Hi, I'm Poke Villalon with Stellar Fishing, and today we're going to show you a nice little getaway fishing location here on the Gulf Coast of Texas. Today we are in Indianola, Texas, which is right between basically Corpus Christi and Houston on the Gulf Coast, and this is a nice little hideaway place to fish. And today I'm going to show you a couple of locations that are where basically you can just spend a day and have a good fishing outing here in Indianola. And it starts here at the Indianola Fishing Marina. And this marina, I'll show you from the inside what it looks like and why this is probably one of the ideal places to fish ever. But we'll go over that in a little bit, because this is a complete marina that has a nice boat ramp right over here. And it's got a nice little walkway that you can go across to the other side and you can fish. And back here in the back, that's called Lake Powderhorn. And of course over here on this side is Matagorda Bay, but we'll talk about that in a little bit more. But this is an ideal place if you want to just spend a day, come all the way down here to the end. Of course, throughout this video I'll have maps of where we're at exactly. And if you come all the way down here to the very end, as far as you can come to Indianola, you can gear up, you can get all your fresh bait, live shrimp, live croaker, crabs, everything here at this location, and then start making your way all the way to the other locations I'm going to tell you about. And so let's get started from there. So the first place to fish is of course here at the marina that we just talked about, and looking that way, that is Matagorda Bay. And as you come in through this opening here, there's a ton of water that goes all the way down back here, and you can see some guys that are wade fishing out there, and that is Powderhorn Lake back there in the back. So this whole stretch here is a haven for fish to swim back and forth through. But this is ideal location because if you turn, and this is the only place that I've seen that you can do this, you can actually fish here. Of course they got tons of fishing rod holders, but right here is a full service bar in the evenings and the afternoons. And then over here inside is a restaurant, and then here they got a full menu of basically your like your sports bar food where you can eat. They've got plenty of picnic tables, restaurants, full menu for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So make sure that when you come load up with all your bait that you're going to need, this is your first stop. Just kick back, sit here, or even in the evenings, come on out here. Makes for a great fishing spot for the first location on this stretch here in Indianola. So let's go on to the next location and we'll work our way down basically down the coast. So the second spot here in Indianola to fish is actually several spots, because if you take a look here, what they did in this area was they just took a whole bunch of cement blocks and granite blocks, and they basically made a seawall, and this goes on for miles, probably a good 3 or 4 miles all the way to the horizon over there. They've just stacked up all this cement, which makes for, and then you get all your little inlets here all the way up this stretch. You can just pull up, there's plenty of room to put a tent, ice chest, whatever, a cooler, and start fishing. If you're not hitting here, you can move down another half mile, another quarter mile, a full mile. There's plenty of fishing spots, and this is Matagorda Bay, which of course is huge when you take a look at it on the map. But this is excellent little spots to stop and fish. And like I said, you can try here. If not, go down a little bit further and keep going, which is exactly what we're going to do, and go down to our third spot on this list of places to fish here at Indianola. The third spot on this stretch is a public pier, and this is a nice public pier that anyone has access to, which of course you can see someone out there fishing. But this is located about 3/4 of the way down. As a matter of fact, Indianola turns into Magnolia Beach, which is coming up here, a little community of Magnolia. But this entire stretch, which like I said goes for about 3 or 4 miles, this is the one public beach that everyone has access to. And the only downside of this pier is that it doesn't have lights for night fishing. But other than that, it's a great location to fish. Again, you've got boaters out here, you got people just fishing off the side, and on the weekends it gets pretty heavy out here. So this is your third location to fish from here in Indianola, And let's go down to the final one, which is probably my favorite. The fourth and final spot is this little channel, and again, this is my favorite spot. And typically you normally see people, they'll just put lawn chairs on both sides of this little channel and throw in right here in the middle, because from Matagorda Bay out here, this little channel and this very nice little pedestrian bridge it goes across. Of course, you can't fish off of this bridge, and the water runs all the way back here to what's called Old Town Lake back there in the back. So the fish have no choice but to run through this little channel to get all the way to the back and to get all the way back up here to the front. So it's a great little fishing locations here. And actually this is in Magnolia, which is 4 miles from Indianola, but it's basically one long stretch of rental houses and properties right here on the coast of the Matagorda Bay. So when you're in Indianola and Matagorda, make sure to come try out these fishing spots, and also support our YouTube page by going to stellarfishingtackle.com for all your fishing bait and tackle needs. And thank you very much for watching this video. And for something important too, look up the history of Indianola. They got decimated by hurricanes in the past, but it makes for a great story. So thank you very much for watching this video. Hit the subscribe button and the like, and feel free to share it. And good luck fishing out there.